gadget guy Cordelle Patterson, who could do it all. We've seen over the last few seasons for Patterson. He's a kick returner, punt returner, obviously a wide receiver, and even played some running back last season when David Montgomery was down for a few games with the Bears. But Patterson, he moves on to another team this season, and he signs a deal here with the Atlanta Falcons. And I think he could fit pretty decently in this Falcon team, especially on that fast-paced turf in the indoors over there in Atlanta. So he's been a four-time Pro Bowler throughout his career, but more as a special teams guy, like I mentioned. But the last couple seasons, he's taken on other roles as Patterson, and he'll be 30 years old here in the 2021 season. And 17 targets with Chicago, 11 receptions, 83 yards. And on the rushing side of things, he had 17 rushes for 103 yards and no touchdowns. And he was mostly a return man in 2019. And then last year in 2020, he did everything for this Bear team. A lot of running as well between the tackles as a running back on the season last year. 25 targets, 21 catches, 132 yards. And then on the ground, 64 rush attempts, 232 yards, and a touchdown for Patterson. So Patterson, he's got a lot of work last season with the rushes and receiving. Over 100 touches for a guy who's pretty much a backup and a gadget guy for the Chicago Bears in 2019 and 2020. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons, I think they could use him in a way they used Mohamed Sanu when he was on the roster a few seasons ago here. They're going to use, I think, Cordelle Patterson. He still has stuff left in the tank. And for fantasy football, he still might be relevant as a late-round flyer or a guy you see and take a wait-and-see approach with in free agency after your draft, depending what his role will be this season here with the Atlanta Falcons. But I think he'll play a decent role on this team. And at minimum, he'll be a kick returner or a special teams guy as a punt returner as well. So Cordelle Patterson signs a deal here with the Atlanta Falcons, and this will be his fifth team in his NFL career. And we'll see if he has any fantasy value and what he could do in the upcoming 2021 season.